pollinators. Butterflies, bees, birds, moths, beetles. These creatures, they don't just pollinate the plants that are the food that we eat. Pollinators pollinate about 90% of all flowering plants. And plants, of course, are the basis for all life. I mean, without plants, we don't have things like clean air and clean water and healthy soils. So we need pollinators in strong populations. We need them to have the natural space to be able to complete their life cycles. But they don't have that. Our natural environment has changed so much over the last several hundred years, especially. Rampant development has destroyed so many natural spaces. Pollution and pesticide use has contaminated a lot of what we have left. Climate change is changing what can grow where and what animal species can live where. So all of these things have resulted in over 1 million plant and animal species that are currently facing extinction. So what can we do? The good news is we have natural spaces that can help support pollinators. It's our yards, it's our properties, it's the green space around office buildings, it's public parks, the list goes on and on. If we all make conscious choices about what we plant in our natural spaces, if we choose native plant species, all of these things can really help pollinators. If I do these things in my yard, and if my next door neighbor does the same thing in their yard, and maybe our neighbor several doors down does the same thing in their yard, and maybe the business down on the corner does the same thing in their natural spaces, then we create a pathway for pollinators to follow. We create a series of connected dots landscapes where all of these pollinator species can find food and habitat. And that's the idea behind the NIAC Pollinator Pathway. So, if you want to be a part of this movement to help pollinators, and it is growing worldwide, plant native flowers and native trees. Don't use pesticides. Limit your lawn or lose your lawn. Be conscious of the many ways in which you can make your property more ecologically beneficial. Join us. Join the NIAC Pollinator Pathway.